Disclaimer: efforts have been made to not to infringe with any copyright. If so, it may be brought to our notice for its acknowledgement in future editions. No part of this digital content be reproduced, stored, or distributed in any or by any means either on paper or electronic media unless authorized. Digital content for candidates with speech and hearing disability. Sector: Retail. Subsector: B2B and B2C. Occupation: Store Operations. Reference ID: PWD RAS Q104. Version 1.0 NSQF Level 4. Work effectively in an organization. Unit 17.1, 17.2 and 17.3. Unit 17.1. Working in an organization across teams. Unit objectives. At the end of this unit, you will be able to: Number 1. Justify the importance of working within job responsibilities. Number 2. Illustrate the essentials of effective work instructions. 17.1.1. Working according to company guidelines. Company guidelines establish the rules of conduct within an organization. Working according to company guidelines. 17.1.2. Working within job responsibility. In order to improve effectiveness of employees, it is important that employees understand their roles and responsibilities. This will help them understand the job or task that they are required to perform as an individual within a team. Miscommunication between employees, misunderstanding between employees, increased stress at workplace. Understand customers. Undesirable outcomes. 17.1.3. Understanding work requirements. The process of understanding work requirements comprises various tasks that determine the needs to meet the desired outcome. The organization must consider the contradictory requirements of different employees while determining the needs. Gather important information related to the project. Write down requirement specification. Validate the requirement specification. Maintain the requirement specification. 17.1.4. Understanding work-related instructions. To perform a job or task efficiently, it is important to understand the job and its expected outcome. Usually, the job comes with a set of instructions that may include how to perform the job. The following are the 4 essentials of effective work instructions. 17.1.5. Completing work according to requirements. Every task or assignment has its own requirements. These requirements are conveyed by the project manager or supervisor to an individual employee or to a team while assigning the task. Note down the requirements clearly during brief. Clear any doubt with the project manager before starting the task. In-depth study of requirement. Maintain a checklist of requirements while performing the task. Check whether the requirements have been met before submitting the task. 17.1.6. Showing flexibility and adapting to work plans. In many organizations, malls and departmental stores, employees work in shifts due to long and continuous working schedule. Sometimes, change in working shift does make employees unhappy and they show resistance. Change in working shift. 17.1.7. Seeking advice. Many times in our professional lives, the workload becomes unmanageable. In such a scenario, seeking help from our colleagues or seniors provides a way out. Seeking advice. 17.1.8. When to involve other colleagues to complete. One of the key supports for an employee at the workplace is their co-workers, including colleagues, seniors, and managers. Mostly we work in team where each member of the team has his or her distinctive role. 17.1.9. Updating other colleagues about priority. Working on priorities is a common practice in almost every organization. Some projects need to be delivered before other projects. 17.1.10 Progress of Work Updation. When you work in an organization alone or as a team member, keeping other colleagues and team members updated with the progress of work is quite essential. Progress of work updation. Another advantage of keeping others updated is that it displays your responsibility and concern towards your goal with complete transparency. Unit 17.2 Demonstrating Problem Solving Skills. Unit objectives. At the end of this unit, you will be able to number 1. Express the need of self-realization and helping others by sales associates. Number 2. Describe the phrases of finding solution to any problem. Number 3. Discuss how helping other colleagues in solving problem can benefit the organization. Number 4. List the factors to be considered for self-development. 17.2.1 Self-thinking and helping others. Self-thinking or self-realization is the best tool that paves the way in right decision-making. Self-thinking. It helps in polishing and fine-tuning ideas that come from different sources through direct or indirect participation and interaction. A polished idea has a greater chance of success than a raw idea. Helping others at workplace helps the organization to achieve its goal on time. Steps for decision-making process. Number 1. Identifying the problem, interpreting the problem, analyzing the problem, finding alternative solutions, choosing the best solution. 17.2.2 Helping other colleagues in solving a problem. Roles and responsibilities of individuals are defined and explained by the organization, but sometimes, due to specific reasons, it becomes impossible to deliver projects on time. Seventeen point 2.3 Work on developing skills. A pleasant and confident personality will react in the way you handle a sale and ultimately help you succeed. You can pick one or more than one of the following areas and work on them. Unit 17.3 Evaluating the process of organizational coordinations and health and safety arrangements. Unit objectives. At the end of the unit, you will be able to number 1. Explain the factors to be considered when making commitments. Number 2. List the advantages of scheduling tasks. Number 3. Discuss the key motivating factors for employees and colleagues. 17.3.1 Setting goals and targets. To become a successful employee, you need to set your goals and targets. To achieve your goals and targets, you need to plan. Remember the following 3 points for setting your goals and targets. Number 1. Do a monthly breakup of your target, taking into account the lean months and the peak months of sales. Number 2. Focus on the product range you are handling and consider the customer profile for each territory. Number 3. Review the past sales data for your territory. Seventeen point 3.2 Factors to be considered when making commitments. Commitments can be defined as the exchange of promises which may or may not be legal in nature. Some of the factors that can be considered at theme of making commitments are as follows. Number 1. To-do list. Number 2. Goals. Number 3. Prioritization. Number 4. Distractions. Number 5. Procrastination. Number 6. Workload. Number 7. Task scheduling. 17.3.3 Scheduling task. One of the way to achieve commitment is by scheduling tasks where scheduling is defined as the process of considering factors such as available time and resource to achieve the goal. Some of the advantages of scheduling tasks are: number 1, making the best use of time. Number 2, availability of time to handle unexpected circumstances. Number 3, minimization of stress. Number 4, setting of realistic tasks or goals. 17.3.4 Goal planning. Planning is defined as a process of thinking and organizing activities in advance. Planning can prove to be beneficial in the long run. Planning, organizing and thinking. 17.3.5 Follow-up. Follow-up can be defined as a technique by which an employee revisits a sale to finalize it. This technique is important for making new clients and enhancing old relationships. Seventeen point 3.6 Coordination in the organization. Before a sales professional goes to the market where he or she is expected to represent an organization, he or she faces a challenge within the organization. Therefore, another important role to be performed by a sales professional in the area of sales management is to have certain proper coordination among the departments concerned within his or her organization. 17.3.7 Encouraging and motivating employee. In a field of retail store marketing, employees require encouragement and motivation for generating consistent performance. It is difficult to handle employees working on a target basis without considering the motivational factors. Seventeen point 3.8 Health and safety procedures. Workplace should be safe and secure. Employees should help one another in understanding possible hazards. The following responsibilities will help all the employees to work safely and contribute in making the workplace safer. Responsibilities: as a worker, they should: number 1, understand the health and safety requirements at job. Number 2, ask for training before they begin. Number 3, encourage co-workers in safety rules. Number 4, try to correct any unsafe conditions immediately. Number 5, report any injury to a first aid attendant immediately. Number 6, take the initiative to make suggestions for improving safety at workplace. The employer should: number 1, provide a safe and healthy working condition. Number 2, ensure that employees are adequately trained. Number 3, keep records of employees' training. Number 4, provide a written health and safety policy. Number 5, support supervisors to maintain a healthy environment. An employee needs to follow the company's health and safety procedures. In addition, a sales associate needs to make sure that the health and safety of his or her colleagues is not compromised during the learning phase. An example of health and safety procedure is the suitable disposal procedures of different types of waste, including biodegradable and electronic waste. Thank you.